Steve Parish, you absolute... Oh my days, I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Let's try not to lose the plot. On this Friday night, Peter, welcome to Magpie Channel TV. We're going to have the Southampton preview coming up. Bit of Eddie Howe's press conference, first one of the season that you could have watched live on the Newcastle app, which was a really good feature this morning. And this morning I decided not to do a video in case something like this happened. Even though I was very confident that I'd be doing a video this afternoon celebrating signing Marc Guehi, because if Newcastle were minds back to this morning, it's coming out. Newcastle United have made the 4th official bid for Marc Guehi. Yep, the long old transfer saga. We hoped, we prayed, was coming to a close, because Steve Parish of Crystal Palace said all along, all summer to be fair to them, have valued Marc Guehi at £65 million. The Daily Mail reported this morning, and then Sky Sports News, that Newcastle have indeed put together a package worth £65 million to Palace. So there we go, what we're waiting for. Official announcement coming soon. Guehi's on his way up the tune, surely, because, you know, they want 65. We'll give them 65. Guehi wants to move. Everything's pointing in the right direction. Fantastic. There we go. It's took a while, yeah? 4 bids. Didn't help that all this has been played out in the press. The media have been on every single bid, and, you know, they've interviewed Guehi. Parish just came out and had his say. But anyways, we've got there in the end. From 40, 50 to 60, 65. We're here. 65 million. We're done. There we go. There we go. We've paid a lot. Club record fee, but it's done. We've got one man. No, we haven't, according to the Telegraph. As of the time of recording here this afternoon, I haven't got my watch on us. Let's check the laptop. It is 5 p.m. The Telegraph are the ones reporting that it's still not enough. Still not enough, apparently. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. I'll put it on your screen now as well. Crystal Palace have rejected Newcastle United's 4th offer of £65 million, despite earlier reports in the media that a deal was close and that would be sufficient. That would see Guehi move to the Magpies from the Eagles. Crystal Palace now are asking for 70 million. So they're shifting the goalpost because Parish is a prick. Parish is an absolute money-grabbing prick. Mike Ashley 2.0. I said I wasn't going to lose the plot. Straight to the pub after this, I think. Definitely. So, apparently now it remains to be seen whether Newcastle come back in with a 5th bid. This is Sam Wallace from the Telegraph. They do get a lot of things right, to be fair. Especially that Sam Wallace. Newcastle United, shall I say, get your words out soon, have not yet met Palace's valuation of Marc Guehi. Palace won't be bounced into selling 24-year-old England international with potentially 10 more years at the top. Never heard that bounced phrase used before, but Palace are just taking the piss, basically, aren't they? They are massively, massively taking the piss, because we all knew, like I said earlier, all along they wanted 65 mil. That's what we've heard for weeks on end. 65 mil, 65 mil. Newcastle United, this is business. Listen, they're trying to negotiate, especially you've got to in this PSR and FFP world. You have to negotiate. But we've ultimately ended up going all the way to 65 because he is our main target this summer, our #1 choice. And then Parish just thought, actually, you know what? Change my mind. Want 70 now. So, and then he'll just do it again. So it's got to the point now where, even though I've said all along, I think this will happen, I want this to happen, it's probably just walk away time, innit? I mean, 70 million is crazy. I've said all along, I thought 60 million, 65 is reasonable in this day and age for an English defender, one of the best, after that Euros performance, 24 years old, Premier League captain. Harry Maguire went for 80 million years ago, and he's trash. So I thought Guehi, realistically, you'd think he's about 50, and you'd think that was a lot, but in this day and age, to pay 60, 65 at a push, I can get away with. But 70 million pounds? And listen, we've got Fabian Shaw, we've got Lloyd Kelly now, I know it's the other side, and we do need a centre-back, but it's getting to the point now, and I don't think Palace would accept 70 million. I think we'd gone in with 70 million, and they'd say, actually, you know what it is? Okay, 75. And he'd just keep doing it. He's just taking the mick. He's just testing us, pushing us, and he's loving it because he's an arsehole, money-grabbing arsehole. But I just think it's time now. You've got to walk away. Going back in for Malik Chow. Going back in for another defender across Europe. Be linked with plenty. So get one of them in for 30, 40. And then get that right winger in that we desperately need. But the whole Guehi thing is just completely taking the piss now, like completely and utterly taking the piss. I think it's absurd, absolutely absurd that they've went to that, pushed it again, keep pushing the goalpost, keep moving it back. The Guehi bid apparently rejected, 65 mil, and now they're 170. Never ending. So let us know what you think we should do in the comments. Let's move on to some of the press conference stuff before we talk about the big game tomorrow. We'll leave all the Parish crap behind and let's try and be positive now, because I am buzzing for that first game tomorrow. We'll be having the match day vlog on the channel and the match reaction. It's going to be a big one. I'll be at Fleet Street as well. We fancy coming in for a pint. Fleet Street is back. The famous Fleet Street from years ago on Pudding Chair in the Tune is reopened, and they will be having match day entertainment with John Gibson and John Anderson. So that'll be good, a pre-match chat there. Looking forward to that. I'm really excited to watch that lunchtime kickoff. To be honest, I think the Ipswich-Liverpool game will be a cracker. Both teams going for it, scoring goals. See how that McKenna gets on. Highly rated. Track the boys, gaffer. But yeah, Fleet Street should be quality. Brand new, back open in the Tune. Great paints on offer. Good atmosphere. And we'll be there to listen to Tune legend John Anderson with John Gibbo as well. So that should be great crack. So you fancy that? Get yourselves down. Eddie Howe then, what's he been talking about? Sandro, ole, ole, ole. He said he's training really well in this period. I'm sure he's had some hard days, but he's been a great teammate. But he's basically saying, you know, he's not going to be ready to start games because of the match sharpness. He says he's in great physical condition, but he says in terms of starting matches, it's not quite there because you won't have that actual sharpness that you only get from playing games. So, bit of a while to go yet for Sandro, but what a welcome boost he'll be. Good news is that Fabian Shaw is okay, so we expect him to start tomorrow. Obviously, he went off injured last weekend in the Cellar Cup, but Eddie saying Fab should be fine. Touch on this one. Miguel Almiron. There's been a lot of speculation with Miggy over the summer, and I'm sure that's been very difficult for him. A lot of speculation when he was playing with his country. He's a very valued member of the squad. I'm sure that speculation would have been difficult to manage. We value his qualities and what he brings, and I hope he has a great season. Let's on that a bit, because I'm bored of going on about Almiron and the same crap all the time. You know my feelings on it. Doesn't get enough goals or assists. Eddie on transfers then. Everyone is looking for the best players. We've got a very good squad, so the same players and make the squad better. It's difficult. Achievable, but we can do it. But we don't make a signing just to add numbers and down the line think, oh, that wasn't the best decision. It hasn't kicked us on. Also, what Eddie was saying, he talked a lot about the whole richest club in the world quote and how it annoys him and it's frustrating because of PSR and we can't spend what we could if we actually could access, you know, the powers that we have and the financial structure we have at the club. So that's annoying, frustrating, damaging. He mentioned June being a nightmare. And Eddie wanted to swear in the press conference. Eddie said, I can't swear, can I? When asked about the transfer window so far. Because of obviously in June having to sell Minter, Anderson. He didn't want to do that. And the frustration at not being able to splash the cash, basically. But that's where we are. He says they are trying. But he also said, and this goes back to the Guehi link, that, you know, there's times in the past that we might not know of where Newcastle have walked away from many deals because they're constantly getting pushed because of this richest club in the world price tag. Other clubs completely take the mick, like Crystal Palace right now. He said there's many times where they've inquired about a player and his club then came back and asked for double the valuation just because the bid came from Newcastle United. So that's a difficulty in itself. There's loads to get through. Joe Willock, he's not 100% match fit, but he's played a couple of pre-seasons and looked well. We're on the road to having the Joe we all love. And, you know, there was lots of other stuff in the press conference we could talk about, but we don't want this video going on forever. It is Friday night, but I think that was some of the main stuff. Listen, it was a good press conference. It was good to have them back. It's great now that the reporters have actually got microphones and we can hear what they are saying. So that's a welcome addition. Let's talk now about the welcome return of the Premier League. Man U play Fulham tonight. Come on, Fulham. And then tomorrow, that's all we care about, is Newcastle United are back at home, back at St James's Park to play newly promoted Southampton. Listen, I'm never a fan of having to play the newly promoted sides at the start of the season because they carry the confidence, momentum and belief from their promotion winning season. Southampton obviously winning the playoff final against Leeds. Adam Armstrong on fire last year for them, the ex-Magpie. Obviously, he's still a Magpie, he's still a fan. Geordie boy, 24 goals he got for them in the Championship. Big season for him, though, because he's done that many times where he scores in the Championship, comes up, doesn't score many, goes back down, scores a handful. A bit like a Dwight Gale. But Gill did it now and again in the Prem, I suppose, and it's a chance for Armstrong to do that now. Still young, still a lot to prove. They also signed Brereton Diaz, who I think is a decent striker. I would have had him as third or fourth choice at the turn. And like I said before, listen, Southampton will come at the game buzzing. Russell Martin, their manager, he plays good attacking football. He'll be going for it. He won't have nothing to fear. They won't. They'll come out with a free hit. And that's why it's dangerous. If you played Southampton in November, December, when they've had a couple of months of probably getting a couple of thrashings, and the reality of the Premier League hits them, then that's a better time to play them. All that being said, we should deliver a thrashing tomorrow. Really, when you look at our team compared to theirs, we obviously resounding favourites. I would say in this one, I fancy Newcastle to win 3-1. I think Jacob Murphy will score. He had a great pre-season. And I think Diaz or Armstrong will score for Southampton. But a 3-1 win, a couple of goals in the sunshine, hopefully. A couple of beers as well at Fleet Street. It should be a quality day, and I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know in the comments what you think the score will be tomorrow. Subscribe to the Marc Guehi Channel TV, and enjoy yourself.